And I say, your God has not given you the spirit of fear, but of power and love and of a sound and of a disciplined mind. Look at that. Look at that. The first thing Paul is addressing to Timothy was to tell that God has not given you fear. So whatsoever that is happening in our country, Zambia, the first way that God is speaking to the men of God and to every son and daughter of God in that country is that your God has not given us a spirit of fear. To our leaders, the presidents, the cabinet ministers, whatsoever any office they are, the first thing that God is speaking to these leaders in the nation of Zambia is that your God has not given them the spirit of fear. But the first thing that God has given all these men, if you are a student, the first thing I tell you, same to you, God has not given you the spirit of fear. The first that God has given you power. Why is God giving you power? Apostle Paul is speaking to the church of Corinth, and they say, the word I've come to speak unto you, they are not persuasive words. It is not a prophetic word for this generation to warn a generation. It is not a proposal to that girl that you have been crushing on. It is not an inspirational speech to those that are going through tough time, like we're mourning as a country. It is not an inspirational speech that Paul is coming to give us in this time that we're going through in our lives. It is not a motivational speech to those entrepreneurs who are looking forward to open up CEOs, but in the demonstration of power and of the Spirit of God, I've come to speak unto you. So here Paul is showing us that you need power. In Matthew chapter 10 verse 1, Jesus Christ called the 12 disciples, and what he did in the same scripture in Luke chapter 9, he called the 12 disciples and he gave them power and authority, and he sent them. You know why he did that? He gave them power. He knew that where they are going in the world, they're going to encounter different men with different authorities and powers. But the power I give you, Paul, Peter did, is that you go and cast out devils, heal the sick, raise the dead, clean the leprous, and come back and give an account. And when they did exactly what the Lord Jesus told them. So here Paul is also emphasizing and helping us to understand that, Timothy, God has not given you the spirit of fear, but of power. And the second thing he knew, he gave them love. That power, you have to use it with love. I'm speaking to leaders in our country also. That power that that you are a man in authority. Some men are in authority, some men are under authority. But I'm speaking to men in authority. That power that you have, use it with love. Because when I say God has not given you fear, don't be afraid, but I've given you power so that you can love. And love casts out all fear. So in love, there is no fear, and perfect love will cast out all fear. So any man or woman or any leader that is scared or afraid is not made perfect in love. And if you're a student here, you're dating this guy and you're so afraid, he's not made perfect in love. So here Paul is giving this letter to Timothy. He's making sure that when you speak this way into Timothy, it will be life and spirit to him. And he said, God has not given you the spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of what? A sound and of a disciplined mind. Be disciplined. Watch what you speak. Sometimes it's better you keep quiet. Sometimes talking too much proves out our foolishness. Apostle Paul